Hello. All right. So I want to share something that's been going on with me and hopefully help some of you. As you all know, I've been working on getting back to my lower end of my weight maintenance range. And everything was going great. November, December, even January, I was seeing consistent loss. And I use Happy Scale, so I watch my graph. I watch the last column, which shows my losses. And generally, I watch my average weight. And as long as everything's progressing in the right direction, I am a happy camper. I don't need to lose X amount of pounds per week or anything like that. I'm just generally focusing on my trend line and I'm focusing on, is progress happening? Well, since my birthday at the end of January, I have not seen the progress that I'm used to. As a matter of fact, I have seen my weight going the opposite direction. It's been actually going up. For the very first time, I'm seeing red in my Happy Scale graph. And I was feeling really frustrated because I'm tracking everything. My calories are on point. My protein is on point. And I'm like, what is going on? It felt bizarre. And I was feeling really bummed. Not, again, because I wasn't losing X amount of pounds a week, but just because my trend line was going the wrong direction. I wasn't losing weight. I was actually gaining weight. I was feeling super frustrated. And part of me, like this deep part of me, wanted to pull back from the community. I didn't want to share. Part of me would have been happy to have slinked off and been like incognito, but I didn't. I thought to myself, okay, Heather, if you teach and live by example, what would you do if this was a coaching client? What would you do if this was anyone else? And I said, I would go back through my food logs. I'd look for a time I was being successful and I would find what was different and I would start to make changes. And that is what I did. I went back to December. I had a great month in December. I noticed I was having salad every day for lunch. But because I got sick in January, I wasn't tempted to eat salad because I had an unpleasant experience with it during one of those bouts of being sick. And so I've been shying away from eating salad. So in the last 3 days, I've brought salad back in. And you want to know what's interesting? My weight averages have started to go back down. Literally, like if you imagine a ship in the ocean and now it's changed course again. So I'm not saying that's going to work for everybody. I'm not saying that that's what, that may not have been a problem for me 10 years ago. Apparently eating raw vegetables at lunch for some reason is helpful. Plus I was having some stomach irritation from all the cooked vegetables and having a lot of cruciferous vegetables, but that's totally relevant to the point of this video. The point of this video is, one, seemingly we can be doing everything right. Numerically, everything looks like it's working out. Your food log serves as a guide to your eating patterns and behaviors. It's a wealth of information. You might want to know, why you're having a certain reaction at certain times. It might be a food you're allergic to. In this case, obviously, my eating style had greatly changed due to being ill in January and being turned off from salads, right? So all of these things can play roles into your weight loss journey. Secondly, my initial reaction was to pull back from the community. Why? Because I didn't feel I was being successful. I didn't think I was making the kind of progress I wanted to make. I was feeling kind of down on myself. But I didn't. I leaned into the community and I said, okay, if I use this as a teaching example, if I say, what is it that I can glean from this and how can I better help and serve others? I figured out some solutions to problems and I dug through my old data points. So there's a lot of important factors that I want to make sure I get across here. One, your food log serves as much more than just calories in, calories out. It's actually your eating habits and behaviors on paper that are going to serve you. Two, I want you to hear me. We all hit these points. We all have moments where we don't feel great about our progress, where we feel like, man, I am totally going in the wrong direction. What the heck? But you sometimes have to push through that and say, okay, I'm going to sit with being super uncomfortable. I'm not going to turn tail and run. And I'm going to figure out a solution here. But I know that when I pull back, my results stop coming. And I think that's a really important piece that I have learned over the years. So anyway, I wanted to share that with you just in case you ever feel that way. There is hope, one, and two, we can be vulnerable together. We can share these things and we don't have to be perfect. You have a great day and I'll talk to you soon.